Hello students, welcome back to the maths class. We are going to start today onwards. Now question number 3rd of exercise 4.2 of linear equation in two variables. Up till now what we have seen, if you remember in the last session we have seen the definition and the basic concept, what is an equation, what is a linear equation and how we can say it is a linear equation in two variables. Then we have seen the linear equation in standard form, how to write down, how to find out the value of a, b and c, which are the coefficients of x, y and the constant term. And also we have seen a very important concept, that is solution of the linear equation. For a single linear equation we can say that there are infinitely many solutions we can find out. Solution means those set of the values of x and y which we put in the equation so it will satisfy the given equation. Satisfy the given equation means when you put the value of x and y in the equation, then LHS and RHS will come equal. For example, suppose here we have given that this equation x minus 2y is equal to 4. So if I put up here the value of x and y which I found in the solution, and if I solve it, I will get equal to 4, means right hand side. Same way you see the question number 3rd, now it is given to us. Check whether which of the following are solution of the equations, means we have to find out whether 0, 2 is a solution of the given equation or not. For that we shall put up the value of x equal to 0 and y is equal to 2, because the first value show it is a value of x coordinate x value, and similarly the second value it shows of y variable. Okay, so that I will put up in the left hand side of the equation, and then if we get equal to the right hand side we will say yes, it is a solution. As you know that for a one linear equation there will be infinitely many solutions, so these all solutions are given. Some would be definitely valid and some would be invalid. Let us check one by one each of them. So see, first question I am taking. In this question, first of all, I will take the left hand side. So here I will write down LHS is equal to, what is given LHS here? X minus 2y. Okay. Now, in this LHS, I am going to put here the value of x is 0 and the value of y is 2. Okay. So what can be the value of left hand side in that case? So LHS will be equal to, see, first I am giving, I am putting the value of x equal to 0. So x I am keeping here 0 minus 2 into the value of y I am keeping here 2. So it can be 0 minus 2 into 2. First of all we shall multiply. So it will be minus 4, and 0 minus 4 will be equal to minus 4. Now you observe it is not equal to the right hand side. Magnitude is same. We are getting 4 but we are getting minus 4, and as per the right hand side given in the equation we require here plus 4. So we can say that therefore 0 comma 2, therefore 0 comma 2 is not a solution, is not a solution of given equation, solution of given equation. Okay, that way we can express the concluding line. Okay, always you should write down the concluding line in such kind of question where the conclusion need to be drawn. Let us see similarly the second part. Second part we have given here 2 comma 0. So value of x I will take 2 and y I will take 0. So first I am taking the left hand side here also. So what is my left hand side? Left hand side is given here x minus 2y. Now I am keeping here the value of x is 2 and the value of y is here 0. Okay, as per the given values. So now in that case what will be the left hand side? That will be 2 minus 2 into 0, right? This 2, first one I am keeping as it is, and then these two I will multiply first. So 2 into 0 will be 0 and 2 minus 0 will be equal to 2, and which is not equal to definitely right hand side. So same statement can be written as we have written the last time, that we can say that therefore 2 comma 0 2 comma 0 is not a solution of given equation. Is not a solution of given equation. Same way we can write down the solutions of other question as well. Now once you see the next two question, then we are starting the solution of that two question also. Okay, so see the next question, part number third, we have given here, third part is given as 4 comma 0. So now see 4 comma 0, what we have given here, value of x is given here 4 and the value of y is given here 0. So first of all we shall take the left hand side. In the left hand side, what we have given here, once you check what is our left hand side, left hand side is x minus 2y, right? So I am taking here left hand side, that is given to us x minus 2y, and according to the solution, what is the value of x is given here, x is given as 4 and y is given here 0. Okay, so now what can be the value of left hand side? So in place of x I am keeping here 4 minus 2 into 0. 2 into 0, further it will become 0, and from 4 if I am subtracting 0, then you know it very well, it is 4. And see, this is our right hand side. So this is absolutely equal to the right hand side. So we can say that yes, therefore the 4 comma 0 is a solution of given equation. Okay, wherever it is going to satisfy, it will be definitely a solution of given equation. Now similarly, let us see the part number 4. In the fourth part, see the value of LHS, what we have given here. LHS is same, x minus 2y. Okay, now what is the value of x is given here? Value of x is given here under root of 2 and the value of y is given here 4 under root of 2. So let us put up the value here. Let's see whether we get or not. So here LHS, if I simplify, so value of LHS will be equal to, in place of x I am keeping here under root of 2 minus 2 into 4 under root of 2, that is the value of y. Now if I simplify further, so root of 2 will be as it is. Okay, and 4 and 2 will multiply, it will become 8 under root of 2. Now you observe, in the number system chapter we have already covered the addition, subtraction of these kind of numbers where it comes square root or cube root. See, here also inside the root 2 is coming and here also inside the square root 2 is coming. So these are like terms, we can see. Now in this root 2 the coefficient is minus 8 and here in this root 2 the coefficient is nothing is given, we can assume 1. So when I will add the coefficient, I will write down 1 minus 8 in the bracket and root 2 I will take common. What is the value of 1 minus 8? Definitely that will be minus 7. So it can become minus 7 under root 2 and hence it is not equal to the RHS because RHS is required to be proved 4. So here we can say that, therefore we can say that root 2 comma 4 under root of 2 is not a solution of given equation. Okay, now we shall see quickly the part number 5. Okay, let us see how we can solve the part number 5. Now part number 5, what we have given, 1 comma 1. So first of all, here also we shall mention LHS. So what is the LHS value we have given here? X minus 2y. Now value of x is given here 1. Okay, and the value of y is given here as also 1. Put up this value in LHS. So it can be 1 minus 2 into 1. First of all you multiply. So 1 will be as it is and 2 into 1 it would be 2. 1 is positive you can say. So signs of both the terms are different. So from 2 we can subtract 1, it would be 1, and sign of bigger term I apply, that is minus. So this is also not equal to RHS. Okay, so out of the 5 options only one we got true, rest of all are not true over there. So we can write down the concluding line, therefore 1 comma 1 is not a solution, is not a solution of given equation. Okay, so this was your question number 3rd in the given question. Now student, one fact remember, this is required to be used in the next question. You can see the part number, I think 3rd, where we got the solution. Yes, see the part number 3rd. In the 3rd part you observe x equal to 4 and y is equal to 0, means 4 comma 0 was the given solution in the given equation. Okay, so you see 4 comma 0 has satisfied the equation completely, means when you kept the value of x equal to 4 and y is equal to 0, we got the right hand side. So suppose in the question if it is given to us 4 comma 0 is a solution, so in that case we shall assume if I put up the value of x equal to 4 and y is equal to 0 in the equation, LHS and RHS will be equal. So this concept will be useful for us in the next question where some unknown value we need to find out. Let us see the question number 4. See, in the 4th question we have given that find the value of k if x equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is a solution of the given equation. Means when you will keep the value of x equal to 2 and y equal to 1 in the equation, LHS and RHS will be equal. So we shall utilize this concept and we shall find out the value of k. So first of all, what we have given that the equation here, write down the equation. We have given that, so first we shall write down the given equation to us, that is 2x plus 3y is equal to k. This is my equation number 1. Now since x equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is a solution of given equation, or you can say that solution of equation 1. So what I am doing here, I am keeping the value of x equal to 2 and y equal to 1 in the above equation, because I know it, when I will put up the value of x and y, it will satisfy the equation. So 2 into the value of x is 2 plus 3 into the value of y is 1 is equal to k will be as it is. If I solve further, so 2 into 2 4 and 3 into 1 3 is equal to k. So what I can say that what is the value of k I am getting here? Value of k will be equal to 7. This is your answer. Okay, means we can say that by using the concept of solution of the equation, we can find out the unknown value in the given equation as well. Okay, so now 4.2 exercise completed here. Now we are starting the next exercise 4.3. In this exercise I have told you earlier we required the graph paper. So onto the graph paper we shall plot the given equations. Now we shall understand a very important concept. This concept is useful for you in the class 10th as well. So first of all you look at the first question of 4.3. Question number 1, part number 1 I am taking here. For practice, I will give you some additional question to you that you can solve it additionally afterwards. Now, see, in this first question, what they are saying, draw the graph of each of the following linear equation in two variables. Means they are saying different parts. So first part is given here, x plus y is equal to 4. I think there is no doubt the given equation is a linear equation. So remember, if you want to plot the linear equation onto the graph paper, means if you want to see the graphical form of the linear equation, then remember the graphical form of the linear equation will always come in the form of line. Means when you will plot this linear equation onto the graph paper, it will come into the form of line. As the word only suggests here, linear equation, linear means line will be only seen or will be observed when we shall plot onto the graph paper. So here whichever the linear equation are given to us, whenever we shall plot onto the graph paper, it will form a line always. Okay, suppose you are plotting the linear equation and it is not forming a line, then definitely you must think of where exactly you are doing the mistake, because each and every linear equation will represent themselves in the form of line onto the graph paper. Let us see how we can solve it. A first question. Now see, x plus y is given equal to 4. Here you need to find out first of all the 4 solutions or minimum 3 solutions of the given equation. Here for our convenience we will find out the 4 solutions. Okay. So x plus y is given here 4. Now here what I will do, out of the two variable I will send any one onto the another side. For example, x I am sending on that side. So value of y will be here 4 minus x, that is the value of y. I will give this one as equation number 1. Now what I am doing it, to find out the solution, you try to remember when we found the solution, we kept the value of one variable and accordingly we found the value of another variable and we got the value of x and y, that is the called solution of the given equation. Same technique I will apply here also. So see in the rough. Sorry, value of x I am taking here 0. Okay, for example, you can take any value, there is no foundation, only remember you can easily plot that value on the graph paper. So suppose I take x equal to 0, this value I keep it in the equation 1. So value of y will be equal to here 4 minus 0, so it will become 4. So at 0 means at x equal to 0, I got the value of y is equal to 4, that I will fill in the table. So this will be 0, 4. Remember, in the examination, you need to draw only table. This rough work is not compulsory to show. Okay, that you can do at the backspace of your answer sheet in the examination, and this will not be the ideal part of the solution. Only table you need to draw, and further we shall plot the graph. Now, second I am taking here x is equal to 1. Okay, so in that case, what will be the value of y? Y will be equal to 4 minus 1. It will be equal to 3. So now at x equal to 1, value of y will be equal to 3. And my points will be here 1, 3. The last row is very important because we shall look the last row only and accordingly we shall plot the points. Now similarly, I will find out two more points. X equal to 2 I will take here. Okay, so value of y will be equal to 4 minus 2. So it will remain 2 only. So I can say that here x and y are coming same, 2 comma 2. So one value I am taking here 2 comma 2. Now if you want one value we can take negative. For example, I take x is equal to minus 1. You can take 3 also, there is no problem. Just for variation I am taking one negative value. So y will be equal to here 4, then minus sign, and I am keeping the value of x is minus 1. Now what will happen here? Minus minus will become plus. So it will become as 4 plus 1. It will be equal to 5. So I can say that if value of x I am taking minus 1, then y will be coming here 5. And hence my points will be here minus 1 comma 5. These are my points. So it is better you take 4 points over there. However, minimum 3 points will be compulsory. Don't take 2 points in the examination. It will not give you the proper way of understanding of the graph. Okay. Now see the graph paper I have taken already in the question. Now I will plot these points. So let me take this table little downside so easily we can plot the points. Yes, let me take it nearby to it so easily we can plot it. So okay, this is not coming downside. We'll see it up and down and then we can draw the graph. First point is 0, 4 and second point is 1, 3. So remember the points, we shall plot it now. Remember, when you draw it on the graph paper, first of all you should mention the scale. So what is my scale here? I will write down on the right top corner. So here I will mention the scale. Scale 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, because you see in 1 centimeter how many units are coming? One only. For example, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, there are only one units are only coming over there. So we are taking the scale 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Now what was my first point? Once you check, first point is 0, 4 and second point is 1, 3. So 0, 4 we shall plot first. So x equal to 0. X equal to 0 means I will lie at the origin. Then from 0 only, either I can go up or I can go down. Remember, in the coordinate geometry I have told you this method. Okay, so from 0, now second point is 4. So from 0 I will go in the upward direction, and at 4 I will plot my first point. Okay, so this point I will mark. This point I will say it is my point A, 0, 4. Okay, now similarly second point was 1, 3. Once you can check, is it 1, 3? Yes, 1, 3. And third point is 2, 2. So x equal to 1. This is my x-axis. Okay, students, you know it. That's why I have not written here. So since we can mark it, this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. Right? Now second point is 1, 3. So let us mark the point 1, 3. On to the x-axis, first we shall search where is 1. 1 is lying here. So from 1 I will go in the upward direction, and at 3 I will mark it. This is 1, 3. So this point I will say it is point B, and the coordinate of point B is 1, 3. Third point is 2, 2. So and the x-axis I will search where is 2. 2 lies here. X equal to 2, and then I will go in the upward direction because y coordinate is still positive right now. So this will be 2, 2. This point I will say it is C, 2, 2. Okay, and the last point, see the fourth point what I have taken. Fourth point I think I have taken x equal to -1, y is equal to 5. So x is equal to -1. See, x is equal to -1 lies here. This is my -1 point, right? Now from -1 I need to go in the upward direction till 5. So till here I will reach. This is my last point. I can say this point is D, and this point I will mark the coordinate -1, 5. Right? Now we shall join all these 4 points with the help of line. Now one thing remember, when you draw a line, you should draw the line with arrows on both of its ends. Okay, so see, I will draw a line first. You can check, I have drawn the line between all the 4 points. Okay, my last point is not exactly coming onto the line. It is just a mismatch because I have not drawn that point correctly on over there. But when you draw with the help of ruler, definitely your all 4 points will be coming onto the line. So this way we have completed our question number 1 first part. Now similarly, let us see the second part. Now see in the second part what we have given. We have given that in the similar way one more equation, x minus y is equal to 2, and for this equation also we need to draw the graph. Now see here, x if I send on that side, I will get the value of minus y, and again y will be negative. Okay, so it is difficult to calculate the value of y. So it is better if minus y I send onto that side and 2 I can bring onto this side. Means shuffling if I do in this manner, so it will be more easier to solve for me. X I keep it as it is, 2 I will bring it on this side, so 2 will become negative, and y I can send onto that side. Means I can say that the value of y will become here x minus 2. If you send directly x on that side, then we will get the value of minus y, and that will create a little difficult calculation while finding the solutions. Okay, so now the value of y, now it is looking more proper, that is x minus 2. We can put up a different value of x, and then easily we can find out the value of y. So let us see the first value. If I take the value of x is equal to 0, because 0 gives a value of y quickly over here. So y will be equal to 0 minus 2, and 0 minus 2, you know that it is minus of 2. So when I have taken the value of x equal to 0, I got the value of y is equal to minus of 2, and my coordinate will be here 0 comma minus of 2. Similarly, if I take the value of x is equal to 1, for example, if I take 1, so y will be equal to here 1 minus 2. Okay, so this will become minus 1 over here. So x equal to 1, the value of y will be equal to minus 1, and hence my values are coming in the form of solution 1 comma minus 1. Similarly, if I take the value of x equal to 2, okay, let us take the value of x equal to 2. So value of y will be here 2 minus 2, so it will become 0. So I can say that when I have taken the value of x is equal to 2, y I got 0, and solution will be 2 comma 0. Last one we can take some other value. See, last time I have taken the value of x is equal to minus 1. You can also take here minus 1. And if you don't want to prefer the negative value, you can take 3. In that case, it will come 1. Okay. So suppose if I take here also 3 only for the easiness of the question, then see, I will take here the value of x is equal to 3. In that case, what is the value of y? Y will be equal to 3 minus 2, so it will become 1. Okay, fourth coordinate I am just taking as an additional one. Okay, but you still require minimum 3 coordinate to plot your graph onto the graph paper. So now let us see how we can plot it. Remember the first point? Sorry, here I have not mentioned the fourth point coordinate. That we can mention first 3. This is 1, and we can say that the points will be here 3 comma 1. Now first point is here 0 comma minus 2. So let us plot the first one. First I will write down the scale over here. Okay, so what is the given scale? Scale we shall mention 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. I have told you the scale normally we take that only because we don't want to change it. Okay, in some of the questions we will change definitely. There I will show you how variations are coming over there. So 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. This is my scale. Now what was the first point given to us? X equal to 0, y is equal to minus of 2. So see, this is my x-axis, okay, and this is my y-axis. Now x equal to 0, 0 will lie at the origin, and y is equal to minus of 2. So I will go in the downward direction, and here I will mark my first point. This is point A, whose coordinate will be 0 comma minus 2. Okay, now let us see the second coordinate. Second coordinate is given here 1 comma minus 1. So x equal to 1, x equal to 1 lies here, right? And then I will go to minus 1. So in the downward direction I will go and I will mark the point here. So this point I will say it is point B, that is 1 comma minus 1. Similarly, what is the next point? Next point is given here, x equal to 2, y is equal to 0. So search onto the x-axis, where is 2? So onto the x-axis, 2 is coming here. Now the interesting part is value of y is 0, means we need not to go up or we need not to go down. This is the only point number third, we can say. So this point is point C, that is 2 comma 0. Now the last point we shall talk about. I think the last point is 3 comma 1. Once we can check. Yes, 3 comma 1. So x equal to 3. See where x equal to 3 is coming. So on to the x-axis, 3 is coming here. X equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. Means we can mark the point at this place. This is my point number D, that will be 3 comma 1. Let us join these all 4 points with the help of a line. As I told you, always take a line on both and with the both arrows. Okay, see here I have taken a line which is ending with both the arrows. Why is it so? Because see, we are saying it is a ray going up till infinite. Okay, so don't draw simply line, and don't draw the line from point to point only, means from first point to the last point. Always you extend your line up till some length, and the line should be enclosed by the proper arrows as I have shown you here. Okay, now let us see the next question, part number third. So in the part number third, what we have given? See, part number third is given here as y is equal to 3x. So here already the value of y we have given. So we need not to make any changes. We'll write down the equation as it is, y is equal to 3x. Now I will take the value of x is equal to 0 here. So definitely the value of y will be here. That is also 0, because 3 into 0, it will be also 0. So I can say that my first point is 0 comma 0. Okay, now take the value of x is here 1. So in that case, what is the value of y? Value of y will be equal to 3 into 1. It will be equal to 3. Now take the value of x is equal to, before that first we shall mention the coordinate here 1. This will be 3. So my coordinates are here 1 comma 3. Now if I take the value of x is equal to 2. So what will be the value of y in that case? Value of y will be equal to 3 into 2. It will be equal to 6. Now see, slowly our values are increasing. So value of x is okay, 0, 1, 2, but value of y is becoming here 6. So you should avoid of getting the higher values, because on your graph paper the values will be up till limited numbers only. For example, you can take 10 blocks only. Okay, not more than that. So here we shall try to avoid to get the higher value. So here we shall not take the value of x equal to 3. For that purpose I will take the value of x is equal to minus 1. Okay, so we'll get some negative value, but will not go to the very higher values in that case. So 3 into the bracket, it will be minus 1, and hence I will get here minus of 3. So I can say that at x equal to minus 1, value of y will be here minus of 3, and my coordinates are minus 1 comma minus 3. Okay, now let us see how we can plot these values. So first value is 0 comma 0. Before that we shall write down the scale here, as we are writing from last two questions. Okay, the scale is coming same only. Here I will mention the scale. Scale is 1 unit is equal to, or 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Normally centimeter should come first. Okay, we'll make the correction. this 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. That way you should write down. Now let us see the first point. First point, as you know, that is 0 comma 0. So 0 comma 0 means it is origin. So my first point is coming at origin. This is my first point. I will mark this point as a 0 comma 0. Okay, now what is the second point given here? I think second point is 1 comma 3. Yes, 1 comma 3 and then 2 comma 6. So where is 1 onto the x-axis? This is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. Okay, so x equal to 1 is coming here, and from 1 I will go at the top and the upward direction, and here I will mark my second point. Okay, so this is my point B, that is 1 comma 3. It's better point B I will write down at this place. So I will mention this is my point B, and coordinate I will mention here 1 comma 3. Then third one is 2 comma 6, means onto the x-axis I will search 2 and then I will go up. This will be 2 comma 6. This point I will mark as point C, that is 2 comma 6. Okay, now the last one, I think last point was x equal to -1 and y is equal to -3. You can check. Okay, so value of x is -1. Where is -1 onto the x-axis? It lies here, and from this I will go in the downward direction, and here I will mark x equal to -1 comma -3. This point is point D. Okay, and the coordinate of point D is -1 comma -3. Okay, now all the 4 points I will join with the help of line. Do not forget, we need to draw a line and we need to extend a line up till some length. So let us draw it, a line between all the 4 points in this manner. Okay, so this is my graph completely. You can see it. Scale is not possible to show you, but you can look at the graph. Okay, please enclose the endpoints of the line by the arrows and extend your line up till some length from both the ends. Okay, now we shall see it quickly. The last part of this question number 1, part number 4. Yes, now let us see the last part. 3 is equal to 2x plus y. Now see, here also you need to find out the value of one variable in terms of another variable, and then we can put up the value of the another variable and we can find out values of the second variable. Now see, here it is your choice. You can send any one variable to 3. So basically we shall send 2x here, because in that case y will be having the coefficient 1 only. So it will be more easier for us to get the value directly. Suppose if I send y onto that side, then 2 will come in the denominator, and hence the question will become more complicated. Okay, because each and every time you need to divide by 2 also. Okay, so that will be a tedious job for us. So we shall send 2x on this side and y we can keep onto this side. You can try once. You will observe the taking y on one side of the equation will be more better. So value of y is coming here 3 minus 2x. Now let us keep the value of x different to get the solution. So suppose if I take the value of x is equal to 0. So what is the value of y in that case? Y will be equal to 3 minus 2 into 0. 2 into 0 will be equal to 0. So it will be 3 minus 0. Right? And 3 minus 0 will be equal to 3. So what value we got here? X equal to 0. Then value of y will be equal to 3. And solution is here 0, 3. Now if I put up the value of x is equal to 1, so in that case what will be the value of y? Y will be equal to 3 minus 2 into 1. Now I am keeping the value 1 here. 2 into 1 will be equal to 2 and 3 minus 2 will become here 1. So I can say that if I take the value of x is 1, y is also coming 1 and my coordinate will become here 1 comma 1. Suppose if I take the value of x is equal to 2. Okay, so in that case what I will get? Y will be equal to 3 minus 2 into 2. 2 into 2 will become 4. So this will be 3 minus 4 and 3 minus 4 is equal to minus 1. So I can say that value of x, if I take 2, y will be equal to minus 1 and the coordinate will become here 2 minus 1, right? Now, one more value is required in the question. So, suppose if I take x is equal to minus 1, for example. Okay. So, value of y will be equal to 3 minus 2 into minus 1. Okay, because value of x I am keeping minus 1. Now, minus minus will become plus and 2 into 1, that will be 2. This will be 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So I can say that if x I take minus 1, value of y will be equal to 5 and my coordinate will become here minus 1 comma 5. Students, you can take any other coordinate. Only remember one thing, that coordinate should have the feasibility to plot onto the graph paper. For example, you take the value of x equal to 7 and value of y is coming equal to 15. So since 7 comma 15 is a very long higher value, okay, and this value will not be very easy to plot onto the graph paper. So try to keep your value as short as possible and the value should be in the form of integer. Okay, because decimal value again it is not possible to plot onto the graph paper accurately. Okay, so keep the values as short as possible and keep them in the form of integer value. Wherever it is not possible, we'll take some decimal value also, but that will be the rarest of the rare case. Now let us see how we can plot these values onto the graph paper. So first of all, we shall write down the scale onto the graph paper. Okay, so here scale is same as whatever we have taken. The scale will be 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Okay, now further see, first value we are getting here 0 comma 3. So value of x is here 0. So this is my x-axis, right? And this is my y-axis. Yes, this will be my y-axis. Now, first value is 0 comma 3. So on to the x-axis, where is 0 is coming? 0 is coming here. Now from 0, I will go in the upward direction and add 3. Here I will mark my first point. So first point I mark here A, that is 0 comma 3. Right? Now, second value. Let us see what is the second value here. Second value is given here as 1 comma 1 and third value is given here as 2 comma minus 1. So let us plot first 1 comma 1. So on to the x-axis, search where is 1. 1 is coming here. From 1 I will go in the upward direction and in front of 1 coming onto the y-axis I will mark a point. So this is my point number second. This point I will say it is point B, 1 comma 1, and third point is given here 2 comma minus 1. So on the x-axis where 2 is coming? Here, and from 2 I will go to minus 1. So I will go down because value is negative here. This is my third point C, 2 comma minus 1. And what is the last point? Last point is given here as minus 1 comma 5, right? See the last point, minus 1 comma 5. So x is equal to minus 1. So where is x equal to minus 1? X equal to minus 1 is here, and from minus 1 See, onto the x-axis I will go to -1, and from -1 I need to go either up or down. So second value is +5. So from -1 I will go in the upward direction and I will reach it here. This is my last point. So this point I will say point number D, and this point I will say as -1, 5. Okay, let us draw a line between all these points. Keep remember the conditions I have told you to draw a line between them. So let us draw a line over here. Over. So we can say that yes, perfectly we have drawn a line between them. Now these kind of questions, little bit you have to solve it by your own also. So you try to solve it, this kind of question, by your own, and some additional question for the practice I will give it to you. Second thing, these graph papers whichever we are drawing it, please do not make a separate graph notebook. Okay, I will write down this note in the assignment today, so you will read it properly. Once again I am telling you orally, don't make the graph notebook. This graph papers you can tear from the notebook, or you can purchase the loose graph paper, and please stick into the notebook over there. Okay, that will be more better, because two notebooks will not be possible to check after the school reopen. So you try to stick the graph paper onto the notebook itself. Okay, because some questions are coming as simply you have to solve it, and some question we need to draw onto the graph paper. So take the piece of graph paper, how much it is required. You may not require the full graph paper. You see, this much graph paper is going to waste over here. Okay, so on one graph paper easily you can draw the two shapes. Half graph paper you can use for one part, and remaining half part you can use it for the second part over there. So it is better you take the half piece of graph paper, draw your graph, and then paste in your notebook. That will be little difficult for you, but you will maintain the notebook in a more proper manner. Okay, everybody. Now let us see quickly question number 2. I think I can take one or two more question in today's session. So let us see the second question now. See, second question they are saying here, give the equation of two lines passing through 2 comma 14. How many more such lines are there and why? See, before I start this question, first of all I will give you some example. Okay, one thing, tell me, if I say look at in the rough work. This is rough work. Okay, this we are not showing as a part of the solution. But suppose I say add 2 and 14, simply the points I have given, we need to write down the equation of those lines which are passing from 2 comma 14. Means technically if I talk about, they want to say here you write down those equation where if I put the value 2 comma 14, then 2 comma 14 will satisfy that equation, means x equal to 2 and y is equal to 14. If you put up in that equation, then LHS and RHS should come same. So for example, I say add 2 and 14. I will show you the simple way to find out such kind of equations. So what is the addition of 2 and 14? Definitely you will say 16. Okay. Similarly, if I say tell me the addition of 2 plus 7 into 2, so you will say again answer will be coming here 16, right? Now suppose if I tell you this 2, okay, in the first equation, this 2 you take as x and this 14 you take it as y. So we can say in the solution, now see the magic, easily we got the answer here. Okay, I will show you how the answer came. We can write down first required equations. Required equations are, first one I am writing here, x plus y. Look at that rough equation, x plus y is equal to 16. Now you put up x equal to 2 and y is equal to 14. Sorry. So we can say that 2 comma 14 is satisfying the equation, because you see if I put up here 2 and value of y if I put up here 14. So 2 comma 14, if I put up 2 plus 14, it is coming here as again 16. So I can say that this equation is definitely passing from 2 comma 14. Passing from 2 comma 14 means if when I will draw this line onto the graph paper, then in that case this line will pass through the coordinate 2 comma 14. How algebraically we can say it is passing from 2 comma 14? If 2 comma 14 is satisfying this equation, we can say yes, this line is definitely passing from 2 comma 14. Then how you can say that 2 comma 14 is satisfying here? Because value of x I will keep here 2 and y I will keep here 14. Then I should get equal to the right hand side. Yes, 2 plus 14 is equal to 16. Similarly, look at the second equation I wrote here. This 2 for some time you take it as x and this 2 is also take it as y. So what is the equation you are getting here? Observe, x plus 7y is equal to again 16. Put x and y is equal to 2 comma 2. Acha, one thing, one mistake we have done here. We required only point 2 comma 14. Okay, so it is better we shall rub this one. We can take some other example. This is not working. First one is right, 2 comma 14 if I put, then it is going to work, but x equal to 2 and y is equal to 2 if I take, it will not work. Okay, so see, I will make some changes in the first equation only. Let's see how we can make some change. We required the answer always here, which is passing from 2 comma 14. Okay, so see how easily we can make it here. I require this value 2 comma 14 only. So in place of x and y, suppose if I write down one equation, x, sorry, if I write down one equation, x is x plus 2y. Okay, just I am writing any equation over here, x plus 2y. Okay, now is equal to, we have to calculate. For example, suppose if you keep here x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 14, what do you get? X is equal to 2, then it will be 2 only, plus 2 into 14, because y I am keeping 14, this will be 28. So what is the addition over there? 30. So second equation is here, x plus 2y is equal to 30. Now you keep here 2 comma 14, again it will satisfy, 100% it will satisfy. I will give you one more example. Okay, for example, you tell me any algebraic expression in terms of x and y. So from, suppose from your side, if I write down an expression here, 5x plus 3y. Okay, just I write down any one expression. Now this expression I want to make it in equation which is passing from 2 comma 14. So replace x by 2 and y by 14. Okay, here x I am replacing by 2 and y I am replacing by 14. So what I will get? 5 into 2, this will be 10, and 14 threes are 42. So what is the value will be coming here? 52. So 5x plus 3y is equal to, we can write down 52. So my third equation is 5x plus 3y is equal to 52. So see, they were asking one equation or two equation. We have given that three equations up till now. Now you can make any algebraic expression, put up the value of x and y in that and find out the value of the RHS. You will get the equation and you can say that yes, this equation is also passing from 2 comma 14. See it algebraically. See, there is one point will be in the plane which will be 2 comma 14. It will show because many points we have shown. Now you observe from this particular point, one line is passing like this, again second line is passing, okay, third line is passing, fourth line is passing. So I can say that there will be infinitely many lines would be possible from one single point. Okay, I have shown here 3 lines. You can show many lines, as many as lines possible over here. So what we can conclude from here? We can say that they are asking how many more lines are there. So we can say that therefore infinitely many lines infinitely many lines would pass through from which point? 2 comma 14 would pass through 2 comma 14. Okay, so here this way we can conclude our answer. So remember, this question can come in the form of MCQ also next time. So they will ask you from one point or from one coordinate how many lines could be possible. So here we can say that there will be infinitely many lines could be drawn. Okay, I have shown you graphically also, and see here I have written 3 lines. Okay, these 3 lines I have written here. So you can write down some more lines also. For example, if I ask you, suppose one algebraic expression is there, roughly we can say it x minus y. Okay, and from this algebraic expression make an equation who is passing from 2 comma 14. So how you can make it? Put up the value of x equal to 2 and y is equal to 14. So if you put up 2 minus 14, how much it is? Minus 12. So you can say that equation will be x minus y is equal to minus of 12. I have taken x plus y earlier. You take it x minus y. That doesn't matter. Only right hand side it should come properly. So you see there are many equations you can make over here, and we can say that infinitely many equations could be possible in the algebraic manner who is passing from 2 comma 14. Not only 2 comma 14, it can pass through any particular points. And graphically also have shown you how it is possible to say. And remember one thing, here these all lines which are passing from one single point, these kind of lines normally it is called as concurrent lines. CONCURRENT, concurrent lines. Okay, so remember the name of such kind of lines. You know it, if a line is passing from more than 2 points, then all such points are called as collinear. Okay, that we have seen earlier. But remember, if from a single point infinitely lines are passing or more than 2 lines are passing from a single point, all such lines are called as concurrent lines. Okay, so students, we shall keep our things today session till here only. Next time I will take the 4.3 question number 3rd onwards. 4.3 is a long exercise. I think 9-10 questions are there. Okay, so we required some time to finish the exercise 4.3. Don't worry, 4.3 is only long, then 4.4 is containing only 2 questions that easily we can finish. So today I am sending you some additional questions. That additional questions also you try along with these questions. I will write down a proper note how you have to solve the additional question along with the questions of NCERT. So please read the instructions and then accordingly solve it. Okay, thank you.